Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob from my channel, Smirking Gun Reviews. And it's Sunday, and I'm like the last person to get to see Deadpool 2 today. There will be spoilers, but not at first. I'll let you know when I will get to spoilers. But I'm just going to give you my initial reactions. I've been waiting for this movie for a good long while, and there isn't much that I can say that hasn't already been said by a lot of just about every other person that has gone to see it that has, credentials. Um, I shouldn't do it like that, but I still, everybody, has an opinion and everybody's a goddamn film critic. So, you know, anyway, basically, um, most of what they've said is correct. A lot of these people, they think it's not quite as good as the first one, but they're completely different animals almost. So out of the gate, I did feel like it took a while for this movie to really get going. Um, it wasn't bad. It was just the first one hits you like right out the gate. And what people are saying about, that there's a lot of different plates are spinning, a lot of different plot lines, things like that. I didn't really feel like there were a lot of different plot lines that I felt dragged it down. I felt like the beginning just didn't quite have that same feeling that I did with the first one. I still enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I definitely plan on seeing it again. In fact, I have to, because I feel like upon further viewings, like other people have said, that this movie will probably get better. Not to say that it's bad. It's just, if you've already watched the Deadpool review, they talk about certain things about it. Like just how slow it sort of seems like at the beginning. But to me, it feels a lot more like some of the comic books from the early days of Deadpool's solo comic book series. Um, Before, Brian Posehn and people got more, took Deadpool in even a weird direction. And it's even before like Deadpool cable comics. This feels more like the comics from like when Blind Al and Weasel were in them a little bit more. Because there was a lot of dialogue in those Deadpool books, a lot of character, a lot of like big plots, big like explanations, lots of exposition in those books. That's how I kind of feel like some of this is. It's not bad, it's just different. And I feel like to judge them as this, like which one's better, I can't really say. I have different feelings because I feel like they're two totally different Deadpool movies. One's an origin that's told the only way that Deadpool could have an origin story, and this is the Deadpool story sequel that it could really only go this way. And there were so many things that I didn't see coming in this that I really appreciated, like how the trailers were kind of like the misleading in a good way. They didn't want you to know things that were going to happen, so they had things in the trailers that weren't in the movie, I feel like on purpose, to get your expectations thinking one way so that when something else happened, you have a different take on it. And I really like that part. So, should you go see it? Yes, absolutely. Is it as good as Deadpool 1? That I'm going to have to leave up to each and every individual person. I happen to enjoy them both immensely, but for different reasons. And I feel like to say outright which one's better, I can't do it. Just can't. If I had watched this maybe 2 or 3 times and then I did this review, maybe I'd have a more definitive answer. But right now, I just can't do it. So, based on that, like, before I get to spoilers, Ryan Reynolds, killing it. Kills it, kills it, kills it, kills it. Everybody in this movie does a really good job. Josh Brolin as Cable, great. Any kind of apprehension I had at Zazie Beetz as Domino, right out the window, gone. Don't care anymore. Have no reservations about her as Domino. Uh, Colossus, I love it. Yes, there is not a lot of Negasonic Teenage Warhead, but I think for this story she was used just enough. Um, and Doug Pinder, great. A small part. TJ Miller has a smaller role in this. Um, because they had to like they were putting so much in here that, a lot of ways, like Infinity War, they had to kind of put things, on the shelf a little bit. So I'm trying to think of anything else I can say. You stay for the mid credits scene. It is not what I thought it was going to be. It was really good. It was just not what I thought it was going to be. And so I kind of left. I don't know. I really thought it was going to be something. And now maybe when I get to spoilers, I'll talk about it. But I enjoyed it. But I was still kind of like, because I had an idea in my own head of what it was going to be. That I kind of went, that's it, huh? Even though I shouldn't think that way, because it was great. It was really, really good. Really funny. Just for some damn reason, I had a different, thought they were going a different way and they didn't. Anything else before spoilers? Nothing. Just go see it. It's really good. It was really fast. Once it was over, I was like, man, I didn't realize it was over already. So pacing, if anybody says it's too slow, man, that 2 hours flew by. So I felt like I was sitting in the chair waiting for the movie to start longer than the actual movie was. And I got there like maybe 20 minutes before the movie started, so that tells you something. All right, so that's it. My initial reviews. Everybody's giving it like a B. I'm giving this a straight up A for me. Close to an A minus, somewhere in between there, like an A minus, C, like A half minus. I know that's not a thing, but I really enjoyed it, and I have a feeling I'm going to really enjoy it even more the more I see it. So, go see it. Now we're going to get to spoilers. We are at 8 minutes in, so anything after this 8 minutes here, it is now spoilers. The soundtrack in this was fantastic. I don't know Celine. Everybody else in the theater must know Celine Dion much more than I do, and I thank God for that. Because when they started playing the Celine Dion song at the beginning over the credits, which were great, again, James Bond style, fan-fucking-tastic. Credits were basically going, through what was going on the audience member's head. It was great. I have still no idea what that Celine Dion song was. So that for me was like a little like I wish I knew what song it was they were playing. So the soundtrack was great. The jokes about dubstep and then using dubstep, it feels like such a, why make a dubstep joke? Because it's a Deadpool movie. That's why there's a dubstep joke in here. That's why there's 2 dubstep jokes, maybe even 3 or 4, I think. The beginning, I should have seen that they were gonna kill off Marina Baccarin, Vanessa, but I thought that was an odd choice. But like God, it was a little too like God. This happens in every movie. It didn't take away from the fact that I enjoyed it because how everything happens is really entertaining and enjoyable and makes you want to watch it. The whole him explaining why he blew himself up and everything. I just, the whole killing off the love interest thing, it's been done to death, and I think that's probably why they did it. Like, I think a lot of other reviewers were talking about this too, that they use a lot of tropes, they make jokes about the tropes. It doesn't take anything away, but yeah, I mean, it didn't take away from my enjoyment, but I was given pause to like going, man, why are they purposely That was a really interesting choice to purposely put in all these tropes. Um, so if there was anything in it that brought it down for me, I guess, from being a complete 10 out of 10, it was those things that just felt too other movie, um, you know, scenes. Even the convoy scene, which was great, was still too reminiscent of other things. And like I said, and how other people have said, them even calling them out, making these decisions still kind of brought that down just enough for me to not give it practically a perfect score. Um, the jokes. Um, in the beginning, I felt like by the end, the jokes were just killing it. The story was good enough where I didn't need to laugh every 5 seconds, but they really were throwing everything at the wall to see if it would stick. Um, and my theater that I was at wasn't just dying laughing. There's a couple parts where everyone was just dying, but I was more engaged in the story than I was in every joke landing. One of the best jokes in it, if was the how come there's only you and Negasonic the Teenage Warrior? Why can't we get any other X-Men in here? And that quick, like 2-3 second scene of Beast closing the door and it's all the first class actors in there. That was great. Now it did kind of look like they weren't really there, like that was shot and then put in or post put in to look like it would match, but it didn't quite match for me. I think that's probably how they did that. I don't think all the people in that room were even in the same place, but it still didn't take away from the funniness of the joke. Um, Josh Brolin's Cable. Well, I feel like I like how at the end he calls his daughter Hope, but one of the things that this movie does is it really takes a lot of your expectations of what could be and puts a shotgun in its mouth and blows its fucking head off. Because like I never really saw Cable quite in this way. Not that he's not a badass, but like he was a little different than the Cable I think of. But Josh Brolin's so good it didn't matter. The whole thing with the X-Force and how you think it's gonna be this great beginning of a thing when really it is a goddamn fucking shit cornholing fuck all just terrible mess of a gosh darn thing. I swear a lot and then I stop. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So X-Force basically you get introductions and then you lose everyone. Which is why I was like, I feel like in the trailers when they show like Terry Crews and things, they make you think that they're all, this is gonna be X-Force, the movie. Yeah, no, it's they take a joke about wind resistance and they fucking run with it. They do the one little line that has to do with wind resistance, and the whole thing turns into a shit show. I was really disappointed when Shatterstar went into the helicopter blades because I just wanted to see some Shatterstar fighting. I wanted to see it, but I also was like, after it was over, after he's dead, and at least everybody died, okay? Everybody died. So all those people that had like Peter was going to be this guy from the comics, he's fucking gone, man. Like, nope. There's nothing there. There's no Shatterstar. There's no Bedlam. The fucking guy from It gets it in the wood chipper. And the Vanisher, come on. That was Brad Pitt, right? That was Brad Pitt. I had to, I'm pretty sure it was. So, if they were going to do it, and I mean, it kept going, like getting worse and worse and worse. The wood chipper scene is just great. Like, everybody, like, yeah, oh my God. I mean, The reactions and the escalation of that scene was just brilliant. When people talk about the convoy scene, they didn't know what they were talking about because we didn't even get to the convoy yet. We get to the convoy thing, and it's just that great. That scene is great, and showing Domino's powers, how they work, how people have been describing it. It is great. Oh my god, it was amazing how they showed that how that works. Um, and I guess I before I go any further, I do want to talk about one thing that I didn't like, flat out, and I did not like Russell. I did not. I don't know. I don't think I have a problem with the actor as much as I just do the character. Um, and it's not because part of this made me feel like they were going, okay, let's do the Deadpool version of Logan. I really feel like that's what they kind of did. Was like, let's for part of it. Let's take this story of Logan and make it for Deadpool. How would Deadpool make a Logan movie? In the movie Logan, you have um, the girl and gosh, I have the poster sitting right there, and I can't remember the poor girl's name, but X-23 and Logan's story of him protecting the girl is great because the little girl is fantastic in it. And in this, I just felt like Russell was a fucking annoying little cunt kid. And I know kids are, whatever, but I was not enjoying pretty much anything. There were a couple of funny parts with him in it, but I was just not having any of it. Um, I was just like, somebody fucking shoot him, Cable. Shoot him in the goddamn head and let's be done with this. But I know because it's a family movie, you know, they can't take this kid out. In fact, when Cable goes back in time, I thought he's gonna fucking kill the kid. But that's not how it plays out. Um, and now maybe the kid's gonna be in further movies. I hope not. I hope they figure out a way to write him out because I did not. I wasn't having any of this Russell kid hardly at all. Anyway, um, but I did love when it happened. I was like, please tell me that it's his buddy's gonna be the Juggernaut. And it was, and I was just 90s me was just, it was almost too much to bear. And then I get Colossus versus the Juggernaut. I just about had I had an orgasm right there, man. That is something I've been waiting for my whole life, man. If you read the comics, you've been seeing Colossus and Juggernaut go toe to toe, and it never quite like this, but I mean, it was year 2000. I was 25 when the X-Men came out, and now all this time, I have finally gotten since 2000. I have finally gotten my Colossus Juggernaut fight. Bucket list. Here's a thing checked off the bucket list that I didn't know I wrote. But man, that was great. I mean, that's how I saw the Juggernaut. Like, finally, he's supposed to be this great big guy, not some soccer hooligan like an X3 with a weird helmet on his head. So that was incredible. Now, all the other little, I'm gonna probably wrap this up pretty quick because I still just say go see it. I don't want to spoil everything because I feel like if some people do watch this and haven't seen it and they just decide they don't care about spoilers, I care that some of these things are gonna get spoiled for you. So let's just say that the end credit sequence, what I thought it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna have something to do with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Either Hugh Jackman playing himself or Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, or some sort of thing in between. And we got the little joke at the beginning where Logan, they show a little action figure of Logan dead on the thing, and the whole thing where Deadpool's talking about Wolvie, I get to die in this my movie too, which again makes me think that they were really making Logan, the Deadpool version of Logan. But no, that's not what I got. I thought there was going to be something in there about Wolverine, and because there's so many Hugh Jackman jokes in the like first one and Wolverine jokes. And Wolverine and Deadpool have this great kind of relationship in the comics that I really thought that's what was going to happen. And the way people were talking about how good it was, I was like, it's gotta be this. No, this was like all fourth wall breaking stuff, and it was great. I'm not gonna say everything that happens in it. I'm just gonna say there's a Green Lantern moment, there's an X-Men Origins moment, and they were both really good. Like I said, I just didn't expect it to be that. I'm trying to think of other things here. The cocaine under the mask. And last but not least, baby legs. The creepiest, funniest, most awkward. Holy crap! Al is lucky she was blind. Baby dick. Basic instinct moment. The whole place was dying. I was dying. There are so many good moments in this movie that I don't feel like I need to talk about. If you saw it and you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. It is just unbelievably all over the top, like you want a Deadpool movie to be. And other than, okay, the Essex Foundation, the Essex place, I will say this. Okay, they keep bringing up the name Essex in these movies. They did it at the end of, I want to say Days of Future Past. They have done it, gosh, I know they've done it in multiple movies. Like, I think it was in Logan. I think it was in The Wolverine. They keep bringing up the Essex name. And they do it again in this goddamn movie. And Essex is Mr. Sinister. The name Essex. It has to do with Sinister. And I was like, okay, maybe we're going to get Sinister in this. And we didn't. And I'm getting sick and tired of, they're not going to use Mr. Sinister in these things. Stop putting the Essex name in there and giving me blue balls for Mr. Sinister, because I'm fucking tired of it. Same way with, like, they gave me Black Tom Cassidy in this. And I'm like, Black Tom Cassidy and the Juggernaut. That's who they're a team. And then they just kill Black Tom Cassidy. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because it does, again, change your expectations, but damn it. Like, I finally get Black Tom Cassidy, and you kill him unceremoniously. And if it was another movie, and it wasn't a Deadpool movie, you couldn't get away with that. I would not forgive you for that kind of moment. But because it's Deadpool, I can forgive it, because it's just, you never know what's going to happen in the next X-Men movie. They could bring back Juggernaut and all this other stuff. I mean, fixing timelines, like we have at the end of this movie, so anything can change, anything can happen. I'm really looking forward to them not making a Deadpool 3 and working on X-Force. If they do a Deadpool 3, I hope it's later than, I hope they do something like that, but now with the Disney deal and all that other stuff, who knows what's going to happen, but the potential is there. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I am missing tons of stuff, and I'm purposely leaving out other things. I thought that the use of Aha's Take on Me was perfect. That the whole reaching through in the afterlife thing, just like in the video for Take on Me, coming through the picture, the drawing, reaching out. Perfect. So I think that's it. I gotta stop. Go see this movie. I'm going to see it again as soon as I can. Like I said, it's an A half- for me. Even though a couple of things like Russell and the tropes brought it down a little bit for me, I love this movie. I love Ryan Reynolds. I hope he never stops being Deadpool. And that's about it. So if you like this video, please hit like. Subscribe. We have 57 subscribers. We are now less than, 67. We are 13 away from, no, when we get to 75, let's just say that, or I'm tired, I don't feel like doing math. It's easy math too, I can't even do that. When we get to 75 subscribers, we're doing another contest. So if you want to be a part of the next contest, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. The 50 subscriber contest will be announced, like the rules for all that and who will win will come out the week after. But on the Handmaid's Tale video this week, the contest rules will come out. But like I said, that contest is going to be set there, and then when we hit 75, we'll have another contest. So if you want to be a part of that, you got to be a subscriber. And like I said, we make videos all the time. So we got Legion on Tuesdays, Handmaid's Tale on Wednesdays, comics on Wednesdays, and Preacher's coming out next month. So, and more movies. We got Solo coming out next week. So check out the channel. We have more videos. We got Westworld tonight. That should be up before tomorrow. And that's about it for the day. So I'm going to go relax and have some dinner and then watch Westworld and make that video. And otherwise, you guys have a great night and go see Deadpool 2. Because it's pretty goddamn funny. So, yep, this is Rob from my channel, Smirking Gun, saying have a great night. And I don't know what else to say. I got to shut up. See ya.